Greetings, everyone, and welcome back for another fun-filled episode. Now, I know I did say that I was going to do one episode a week. I think that's going to be the standard. The next one's going to be out on Thursday, but I figured, what the heck? I want to do something different. I want to talk about a game that was actually brought up to me by an old friend of mine. I've known the guy for like 15 years, right? But I was just always curious. It just talking about it just kind of reminds me of it. Like a lot of the times that I was playing this game back in the day, I was 11 years old, and it was in computer class, right? So it's a arcade style game, top down perspective. It's called Pizza Rush, and the reason why I'm bringing this up though, because like it kind of moved me to the point where I was like, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Making this game, reliving those old emotions or whatever like that song is, and just going about it and just doing what I want to do as kind of, it motivates me. Like Zork, Shadowgate, uh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Doom, Morrowind for the latter part. A lot of the D&D games for, DOS, stuff like that. Just fun little games, and being able just to explore and go out and have fun. But Pizza Rush, I'll leave the link in the description below. It's on Macintosh Garden, and it's just one of the funny things. I like. Here's the synopsis to it: deliver most pizza to the people of Deauville, but don't hit traffic or run out of gas. Version 2.0. I think that's brilliant. It's quick, it's easy, it tells you what to do, straight to the point. It's stuff like this that actually really motivates me and actually really makes me feel inspired. Because a lot of people, they want to make games, they want to make it for money. You go over on Steam and people are just gouging and ripping each other off and scamming each other over video games. But video games are a work of art, in my opinion. You look at something like Zork. Zork is in my opinion, like the work of art. Like the greatest book ever written, to me, is Zork. It may not be your favorite book, or Bob's favorite book, or Bill's favorite, or whoever's favorite books. I don't even know people named Bob or whatever. But it's stuff that inspires me, because I remember playing that. Same with Dino Tycoon. I think that was the name of the game on the old Macs, where you'd like have your own park, and it was like Jurassic Park. I always put up a wooden fence and have Tyrannosaurus Rexes roaming around. Of course, back then I cheat because heck, you're a kid, you cheat. I'm not going to stick around and play a game all day just to unlock a T-Rex. Like, come on now. You think I'm like that? I got things to do, I got flares to shoot off and Yellowknife and, ducks to feed and all that fun stuff. But like I said before, I like to do one video a week due to my schedule, my hectic schedule. But my buddy sent that to me over at Macintosh Garden, and it just really kind of brought me back a little bit. I was 11 years old back then. You're in computer class. You're supposed to make something like in Hyper Studio. I think that's what it was called, Hyper Studio, back in the day. But it was a piece of junk. It was just basically like hyperlinks, like, oh, click here to go to this thing. Oh, boom, click there. There's a small animation with some music. It was the most boringest freaking class on the planet. I hated it. It was so boring. But, I'd sneak away, when the teacher wasn't looking, playing these games and stuff. It was a lot of fun. And if you don't have that feeling from looking at the old games that you forgot all about, that you used to play, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you just have to find that right moment. Because that's what life's all about, is finding the right moment. Finding that small little niche within the whole organization of the universe. There's a lot of people going around scamming, and we got great classics like this that are falling by the wayside, that a handful of people remember and try to protect and preserve. But people are so busy now in this day and age, fighting over like you know, game characters or people fighting each other, over brand loyalty. Like, what's that all about? I remember playing computer games, and yeah, okay, you always had the Commodore 64 people stuck to themselves, and the trash was it, trash 80s. I forgot about that, but when it came to the point where it was all PC running on the majority of Windows or Mac, yeah, okay, you had that kind of divide. But the games, though, right? Like now you see it a lot more with the systems, and to me, it's just a joke. The stuff these days does not. I shouldn't really say it though because because I'm not a kid anymore. But the games from my generation really show a lot of heart and love put into it because it is such a uh, it was such a disadvantaged point in computer technology. There, I said it. It was. I didn't know if I was going to be able to come up with a pretty cool sounding way to end that sentence, but it was very primitive. Graphics were very primitive. 3D cards were primitive. Everything was very primitive when it came to independent little games or games made by studios. Like it was either hit or miss, right? Like same budgets as movies. Like look at Wing Commander 3. Wing Commander 3 was an amazing video game. I loved it. Then you see the movie, and the movie's completely boring. You don't even really see any cool cat people, and Malcolm McDowell's not there, and Mark Hamill's nowhere to be found, and Biff's not there either. So it was kind of a letdown. But nowadays everything's so clean and crisp visually and sterile. It just doesn't. It's just bad. Like for me personally, like there's no interest in it. Like everyone's going like VR and all this stuff. It's like why, you know? It's just so boring and drab, and I get motion sickness very easily. But you know that's just me. But I just wanted to make this short video to kind of talk to you guys about about this game and Pizza Rush, and it's a lot of fun, right? It's stuff like this always makes me happy that I'm just happy to be alive. But with that being said, there's going to be a full episode on Thursday. Check it out. I'm going to let you guys go. I doubt anybody's listening past this point anyways. If you are, the secret word is applesauce. So if you type that into the comments, I'll give you a virtual high five. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, you guys. Take care. Drive safe. Always remember to tip your waiters and waitresses. Goodbye.